What's going on, everybody? This is Joe.
And Amy.
And we are back with part 2 of our Final Fantasy Play Booster Box opening. Last time, if you missed it, we started and did our first sealed pool, aka 6-packs. And today, we will have another 6-packs, aka another sealed pool. So if you're unfamiliar with what that means, we're going to open these 6-packs. We're going to talk about what kind of a deck we would make, but also we're turning this opening into an experience. So we're also going to be talking about the art, the flavor text, the flavor in general, etc. So we would love to hear from you in the comments down below what kind of a deck you would play if you opened these 6-packs, but also just in general what you think of all these cool cards. Are we ready?
Ready.
So we start with Stuck in Summoner's Sanctum. We've got You're Not Alone, Light of Judgment, Sephiroth's Intervention, a lot of removal so far in this pack. Gigantode.
Yeah.
I like this guy. We've got Instant Ramen. A Swaggin. Galuf's Final Act is our first uncommon. Il Meg Pixie is the second.
This one.
You do? You like the art?
Cute.
And Capital City is the third uncommon, which means our next card, because by the way, as a reminder, if you missed the last episode or any of the episodes where I've talked about this, play booster packs. After the third uncommon, you can get a flip card, another uncommon, a rare, a mythic. There's a lot of different options. So our next card is a flip card uncommon in Side Quest Hunt the Mark. And it flips into Yasmat Ultimate Mark.
Wow.
Which is very cool and very flavorful for what this side quest is. It's kind of a big side quest too. In
a hazmat suit for it?
For Yasmat? Yeah. Yeah, I imagine people that have actually done this side quest might want a lot more than a hazmat suit.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah. Okay, and so our rare or mythic is a Starting Town. I know there are a lot of people that are very interested in this card for Constructed, and we now have it in Limited. It's not bad, it'll help you splash, but it obviously doesn't pull us into any particular color. So there you go, we have Starting Town.
Which that's a good thing, that it doesn't pull us into a color, because we want our other cards to do that.
Yeah, we'll stay open that way. Behind it, our foil, I assume? Yes. Is a foil uncommon in Tifa's Limit Break. Ooh. Very cool in foil.
Yes.
I'm actually not in love with the Limit Break cards personally for Limited. That's just me. But the art is insane in foil. Wow, it's so shiny.
Yeah.
Behind it, our land is Insomnia Crown City, a black-white dual land. So that's good. Could be helpful. Keep an eye on that. And a Machinist's Arsenal art card.
Yeah.
Now this is a good card, if we got that one. Pack 2. Obviously, like I said, Starting Town did not pull us in a particular direction, so we'll see. Also, if you missed last week's video, I encourage you to go check it out. I'm not really going to spoil it for you, but we did get one big hit out of the box in that video. Maybe we'll get a second one in this one. Who knows? We have Retrieve the Esper, a Fate of the Suncrest, good removal, a Mysidian Elder. I really like this card because I really like the 0-1 wizards that ping when you cast an on-creature spell. Hecdize. I know you're not a fan of this one.
No.
But it's a good card low in the curve. We have Summon Fat Chocobo.
Yeah. He's waving.
We have Blitzball. This is a good card. We have Loporit Scout.
You know what this reminds me of?
What does this one remind you of?
That movie, Zootopia.
Sure.
Right?
Yeah, oh, this is
the rabbit is a cop or
Yeah,
something.
Hop. Something Hops. I don't remember her first name, but yes. So you think this looks like her, or you just think that, like,
I don't know.
the idea of
just
a
reminds
rabbit...
me of it.
Okay, fair enough. We have, Chocobo Racetrack is our first uncommon. That's a very good card. A Battle Menu is the second. Again, very flavorful, this one. And
Yes.
Shambling Scythe is the third.
Okay.
It's a mutant horror.
Huh. Well, I can't really tell what it looks like. So.
Fair enough. After this third uncommon, our next card is... a flip card in the Emperor of Palamecia.
Nice.
Which flips into... the Lord Master of Hell.
Wow. I got my own card.
You're the Lord Master of Hell?
JK.
Wow. What do you
Disappointing though.
What do you think of the art though?
Um,
For the Lord Master of Hell. Like, is this what you expected him to look like?
no.
I guess for people that know what the character looks like in Final Fantasy II, where it's from, let us know if the art is accurate in the comments down below. But that means our rare or mythic is Summon GF Cerberus. So notably, this is from Final Fantasy VIII. I don't personally like this summon in Final Fantasy VIII. You know, it's okay. But this is a 4-mana 3/3 Saga dog creature. You can surveil 2, then you duplicate an instant or a sorcery, and then triple, you duplicate it twice.
Wow.
Yeah. So this really wants to be in a spells deck, which, I mean, red-blue, like the Emperor of Palamecia, would be that deck. So right now, with this pack alone, I feel like it really is leaning in that direction. So we'll see what else we can get. Behind it, our foil, yes, is a foil common in Scorpion Sentinel.
That's gorgeous.
Yeah, very. And also not a bad card at all. A 1/4 early that, like, all you have to do is have lands, which, I mean, in sealed, you're probably going to have more than usual because the games are slower. So more of an opportunity for this thing to become a 4/4. But otherwise, it's a 1/4. Again, which is a good blocker, especially on turn 2. So if you're playing an aggressive deck, if you're in a spells deck and you want to try to, like, live longer against aggressive decks, this is a good card to use, for sure. We have a full art mountain behind that.
Wow.
Very pretty.
Yes.
And a hero / Moogle token. It's a 1/2 lifelinking Moogle. Okay, that's 2 packs in, a third of the way through. Our third pack, speaking of thirds, our third pack is, or starts with, I should say, a Town Greeter. Okay, that's a way to get a land, I suppose. Or a town, I guess. We have Ice Magic.
Nice.
So Blizzard, Blizzara, or Blizzaga. Which, I mean, it specifies what Final Fantasy it's from, but all of them is... we have a Dwarven Castle Guard.
Ah.
You like this guy?
Very cute.
He's waving as well.
Yeah.
You like all the ones that wave at you.
Yeah.
Speaking of different types of magic, we have Thunder Magic, aka Thunder, Thundara, and Thundaga. Cast by lightning, by the way, is this Thunder Magic, which makes sense. We have an Undercity Dire Rat.
Gross.
It's a good card, though. Look, a card that you love very much.
Yes.
Adventurer's Inn. We have an Iron Giant. We've faced many of these in our times playing Final Fantasy 7 and 8, by the way. If you missed last week's episode, feel free to go check out our playthroughs of Final Fantasy 7 and 8 over on Video Games for All. Link down in the description box below. We have Lionheart as our first uncommon.
Okay.
Squall's ultimate weapon from Final Fantasy VIII. Dark Knight's Great Sword is our second.
Oh.
And Queena Q Gourmet is our third. This one wants you to be making tokens, so it goes very well in the bird strategy, the landfall deck, blue with green and red, which, interestingly, we opened the Chocobo Racetrack, which helps a lot with that type of strategy, but that's kind of the only card we've seen that does that. So I would like to see a little bit more like that uncommon and this one work really well together, but otherwise I feel like we've seen more for the spells deck, the spells strategy.
Okay.
But our next card is Cypher Almasi.
Nice.
Okay, this is a very good card. Very, very good. He's also from Final Fantasy VIII, but I think he goes pretty well in any deck, really, but the spells deck actually probably doesn't hate this because he gives you benefits for attacking alone. So if you were to put him in a deck that goes wide, he wouldn't be as synergistic. But if you're putting him in a spells deck where you're not going to have as many creatures available to you, this is a pretty good card to have because it means that any creature that you have that's attacking alone will gain double strike. It doesn't have to be Cypher. So if you have a better creature than Cypher power-wise,
no better Pokemon than Scyther.
yeah, that also is over on our video games channel. Feel free to check that out too. But yeah, sorry. Cypher, whatever. Anyway, but that's a very good card. But do we have another rare? We do. We have Sarah Farron.
Ooh.
A legendary human citizen. That is a gorgeous looking piece of art. She does care about legendary creatures. While she's on the battlefield, if you control 2 or more other legendary creatures, you can transform her because she transforms into Crystallized Sarah.
Whoa.
And then the first legendary creature spell you cast each turn costs 2 less, and legendary creatures you control get +2/+2.
Cool.
This is a format that could be a possibility because there are a lot of legends in Final Fantasy, but so far, we haven't seen a ton. I mean, we've seen like Queena, Cypher. This is 2 colors in green and white, so it would work well with Queena, but otherwise, I'm not so sure. But behind it, we have our foil, which is a Rook Turret foil common. And actually looks really cool in foil.
Yeah, it does.
We have a full art mountain behind that. Very nice. I like this one.
Oh, this is the one that looks like this is his foot.
Oh, yeah, you talked about that last time, I think.
He's like combing his hair with his toenails.
Gross. No, he's not. And Barrett. In fact, Barrett Wallace specifically. This is our art card.
That art is sick.
Right?
I really like that a lot.
I think it's depicting his limit break. One of his limit breaks.
Yeah, that would make sense.
Yeah, not his ultimate limit break, but one of his limit breaks. All right, we are halfway through. We have 3 more packs to go.
Okay.
And this one starts with, speaking of Final Fantasy VII, it's Shinra Reinforcements. We have another Town Greeter, another Ice Magic. That's actually really good. So we got the Thunder Magic, 2 Ice Magics. If we're trying to do red-blue spells, that's pretty nice. Another Dwarven Castle Guard, another Thunder Magic. Yeah, you're damn right. Okay, that's really cool. A Monk's Fist. Now, notably, right, the spells deck typically doesn't want to be like playing a bunch of creatures and equipment and attacking and stuff, but don't forget that these job select equipment do basically come out as a creature, right? This is going to be a 3/2 creature, and then you can re-equip these later for 2. But when you play it, it is a non-creature spell because the creature doesn't come into play until this does. So if you have things that care about non-creature spells, the equipments count as non-creature spells. So it's a way to like sneak out a creature while still getting the benefits of having cast a non-creature spell. We have a Gran Pulse Ochu, this big guy, even though it's a 1/1, but it looks huge. Like it's the biggest 1/1 I've ever seen. We have the Gold Saucer as our first uncommon.
Nice. I love this art so much.
Right? It's very cool. Again, also
is amazing.
Yeah. Yeah, and also from Final Fantasy VII. We have Evil Reawakened. I love this card. Obviously, the deck that we're talking about trying to make, this doesn't work for, but I just really like this card. Personally, it's very, very, very good. And Delivery Moogle. I know you love this one.
It's fine.
Oh, I thought you thought it was cute.
It is cute.
Okay. That's what I meant. Not like, the playability of the card or anything, but...
No, I know, but it's definitely not one of my favorites.
Okay.
Cuteness.
I appreciate that. Behind our third uncommon here, our next card is another side quest. In side quest, Catch a Fish. Which flips into, once you have completed that side quest, Cooking Campsite.
Nice.
Because after you've caught the fish, you got to cook it.
Yeah. Well, you gotta debone it first. Then you cook it. I mean, you could cook it with the bones in and then try to debone it, but that's not gonna be as easy, I feel like.
Don't ask me, man. I'm not that guy. Behind Cooking Campsite, our rare or mythic is... Wow. And with Sarah Farron as well having been opened in this sealed pool, we have Yuna, Hope of Spira. Now, she cares about enchantment creatures, so you would probably want to be playing as many of the enchantment creatures as you can. We did get 2 fat chocobos, I think, or maybe just 1. We do have GF Cerberus, which is double red, so that'd be a little difficult to play all 3 colors, but we can look at the summons or the saga creatures that we open and see how we feel. But this is a big hit. This is one of the best cards in the set.
I was just going to ask you. I feel like I remembered it being worth a lot, so...
Yeah, it's up there. I mean, obviously, like, it being the most expensive card in the set, that's like its alt art surge foil or whatever, but still, that's pretty damn good.
Yeah.
I'm a big fan. So there you go. Yuna, Hope of Spira, that's our big hit for this set of 6-packs. Obviously, if we get more, that's great, but that's pretty damn good. Behind Yuna, I feel like there's a lot more cards back here. Is it just our foil? It is just our foil. In Dragoon's Wyvern.
Aww. I want to tickle its belly.
It is really displaying it there for you, too, if you wanted to. So, behind our foil is a land in Gongaga Reactor Town, which notably would be a way to help you splash red if you wanted to play green and white. So there you go. And an art card for, who are you? Shadow, Mysterious Assassin.
Whoa, that's ugly.
Wow. The person is ugly or the art is ugly?
Yes.
Wow. Okay. Interesting. So, by the way, if you didn't get it, I mean, you got to try to play Yuna, right? You opened a Mythic. Try to play the Mythic. So does that mean I'm moving fully away from spells? I mean, maybe. I guess we'll see what these last 2 packs do for us here. Obviously, we start now with a red card just to taunt me. But we have Blazing Bomb. Yeah, and one that cares about non-creature spells as well.
And one that I like.
I don't like these when we face them in Final Fantasy games. They're very scary. But we have a Blazing Bomb. Fight On. Also from Final Fantasy VII, this artwork.
Yeah.
A Geisal Greens. So this is one that would work. This makes the bird token that you would want for Quina, right? Magic Damper works very well with the spells deck. Okay.
Love that art.
Yeah, it's really nice, right?
Yeah, that contrast is awesome.
It's a lot.
I love that.
Really, really cool. Cloudbound Moogle. I don't love this card in general, but it's a land cycler, 5 mana, 2/3 flyer that can put a counter on something, so not too bad. And like I said, it's the land cycler. If it's something that we, if we're playing white, we almost certainly play this card. We have another Loporit Scout.
Huh.
Another Blitzball. Now, notably with Blitzball, cares about legends. And we talked about Sarah Farron caring about legends as well. That's an interesting combo there. We could make that work, I guess. Especially if we're trying to splash red, which, by the way, our first uncommon is Gyat, King of the Dwarves.
Yeah.
Which is a legend. It is red-white, so if we were splashing red, we could get like Cypher and Gyat in here to do some legend shenanigans as well. We have Swallowed by Leviathan.
Whoa.
Very, very cool. I like that one. And Coral Sword. Okay. Interesting. I don't know. All right. I guess we can decide on this. This probably would not be one of the ones I would splash for if we're splashing red, but still a very good card. But it means that our next card is Poison the Waters. So just another uncommon. Okay. That's fine, I suppose. Behind that, our rare or mythic is a Genji Glove. Nice. I do not like this card. But anyway, sure. It's a rare equipment, just very expensive to use and to play and all that. Behind it, our foil. Ooh, wow, that's a sick looking foil. Holy crap.
Yeah. It's hard to tell unless I look at the viewfinder, but yeah, it's really beautiful. And that top part almost looks like a smiley face.
Okay, I can see it. I can see it. So anyway, it's a foil common in Magitech Infantry. Probably not something we're going to be playing in the white-green deck, but even though it's a white card, but it's still really cool looking in foil. We have a full art swamp. Very, very nice swamp art there.
Oh, yeah, it is.
And an Angelo.
It's so cute.
Slash Dark Star.
No, Angel.
All right, one more pack to go, folks. One more pack to go. Let me know, like I said, in the comments down below. Would you play blue-red spells? Would you play Yuna and so play green-white? Would you splash red? Would you do something entirely different? Let me know in the comments, especially, I mean, maybe wait till the end of this pack or something. But anyway, we have a Warrior's Sword. A Resentful Revelation. First one of those we've seen today. A Chocobo Kick. Good removal. That would definitely get in to our green-white deck. Dreams of Laguna.
Yeah.
Very nice. Paladin's Arms. I mean, would I play this? I would, I guess, count how many cards I had and how many I needed or whatever, but it's not a bad card. It's a little expensive. The equip cost is a little expensive, but we have Magic Pot. A White Mage's Staff. I like this one a lot, to be honest. Of the Job Select equipment, very good. We have Sorceress's Schemes. Oh. If we're playing the spells deck, this is definitely the one of the ones to play. It itself is a non-creature spell, and it gets back a non-creature spell. So very, very nice. And then, and it has flashback, which means it can be activated twice as a non-creature spell. So that's our first uncommon. We have Cactuar as the second.
Cute.
And, whoops, Garnet, Princess of Alexandria as the third, which notably, again, is our third gold green-white card. It's not a rare like the other two, or rare / mythic, but it's the uncommon version. I will absolutely take it. It is legendary, so it works very well with Sarah Farron. Very, very nice, and it does care about saga creatures. So, again, we haven't opened a ton of them, unfortunately, but we could probably try to make it work. Behind it, our next card. Yeah, please.
Why is her name Garnet if she's green and white?
That's just her name. Why? What color stone is Garnet?
Red.
Oh. Yeah.
Dark red.
Yeah. I mean, her ability is very green-white, though, right? With lifelink and...
Yeah.
So, I don't know. Let us know in the comments if you have a better answer than I do, which is not hard, I imagine. Our next card is... Okay, so we went from Garnet to Garland. Oh. We have Garland, Knight of Cornelia, a uncommon flip card.
And it doesn't look like Christmas.
He's the guy on the pre-release kits.
Oh.
See him?
Yeah.
Anyway, but he flips into Chaos, the Endless. Wow, that art is great.
Yeah, it is.
We wouldn't play it in the sealed pool that we're talking about here, but also I may have spoiled myself a little, and I may have spoiled all of you. But our rare or mythic is Summon Knights of Round.
Yeah.
It's a summon which Yuna wants, It's a mythic, which everybody wants, and it's white, so it works well with Yuna / Sarah / whomever. I mean, how do I not play that strategy? And it's a 5-chapter saga creature. So
That's a lot of chapters.
yeah, so it works well with Garnet as well. That's really, really awesome.
Cool.
So, by the way, that's 2 more mythics out of the box from this opening alone, and they share a color and are synergistic with one another. That's incredible. What an incredible set of openings for this set of packs for this particular video. Absolutely incredible. By the way, we still have a foil. It is another Lionheart foil uncommon, and that foil is nuts. Holy crap. That foil is so cool.
Yeah, it's very pretty.
The sword looks incredible.
Yeah. And actually,
Look at
they
that.
didn't do foiling on Squall's fur here, which is... did they? They kind of did, maybe.
A little.
But, like, it makes sense that they wouldn't really focus on that.
Compared to the
that's
sword?
not metallic.
Sure, yeah.
Even though it's white, and so it would look pretty in foil. And it's usually just like, oh, here's the stuff that's, like, light in color, and that's the stuff that gets the foiling.
Yeah.
Well, here, you know, it makes a little bit more sense that it's pretty much just the blade.
Yeah. It's gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. I'm super happy we got this now. Behind it, our land is Guadasalam, Far Plain Gateway.
Wow.
Interesting. Not something we're going to need. I think we're just sticking solid green-white here, but the art is really cool. I like it, and it's a dual land. And a hero / copy token. I mean, there is nothing that I would show you if not these 2 cards to end out this video. Thank you so very much for watching. I really hope everybody enjoyed. We will be back with another next week because we have 3 more of these to go because this was our second of 5 sealed pools from this one play booster box. And I mean, so far, so damn good. That's really, really nice. So thank you all so very much for joining us. I really hope you all enjoyed. Please don't forget, if you are enjoying the things that we're doing here on this channel and you don't want to miss more of our series to come, or more of these videos to come in general, please don't forget to subscribe and ring that bell so that you will get notifications whenever any of our videos come out, including more of these openings in the coming weeks. We've got more stuff to come down the pipe, so stay tuned for that. Don't forget, I mentioned we have 2 other channels. Links down in the description box below for our video games channel, Video Games for All.
And gluten-free for all.
And please don't forget to subscribe and ring the bells there as well. And then you can also check out links down below for our socials, specifically our 2 Instagram accounts. We'd really appreciate it. But for now, from us here at the Geek for All family of channels, I've been Joe.
And I'm Amy.
And as we always say, in whichever video of ours you watch next, we will see you all next time. Thanks, everybody.